Alright, in this video we're going to do a class on dermaplaning. Dermaplaning is a procedure that goes across the skin at a 45-degree angle, just as my finger's going across, and it's going to slough off or get rid of any dead skin that's hanging and lingering on our face, that's keeping our face looking dull, boring. So we need that fresh skin to pop up and come to the surface of the face, and that's what we're going to do. So now we're going to go ahead and cleanse the skin. And then after we cleanse the skin, we're going to go ahead and degrease the skin so we can do our dermaplaning treatment. So when I do my dermaplaning or washing my face, I wash with a lot of cleansers, but I like the PCA cleanser. It's very active. It stings on some people's skin, but it really, really works. It has a lot of active ingredients. So let's watch. And you really only need about 2 pumps. That's all you need. So you're going to lather it up. And all we're doing is a quick cleanse. Nothing fancy, nothing fast or slow. We are not taking our time. You want to ask your client how they're doing, because it is a little stingy sometimes. And if it's not stinging, that's okay. It means they have nice oil production, and it's not going to bother them as much. It's just going to cleanse the oil off. But if your client has sensitive skin, they will feel it. So Treasure, how's your skin doing?
Great.
It's not hurting. From a scale of 1 to 10 through 10, is it burning badly, or is it
0?
perfect? So for her skin, she can handle it. She's good. So when I stand up, I'm always make sure I look over the neck to make sure in this little crevice or crack, because everybody's neck is going to have a crack or crevice, especially if you have a pillow. Your neck is going to bend forward, holding certain water in there. And if you have a peel and it slips down there and there, and you forget, your neck's going to be burning pretty much for a hot minute. And we don't need that. So see how that little soap just came out of the little corner right here? Now it's gone. Likes to hide. Alright, so she's nice and clean. So now we're going to move on to phase 3, which is to degrease the skin with alcohol or acetone, or you can use pretty much a fan if you don't have any of that and you just forgot all your tools. Make sure you dry out the face really, really well, because this cleanser already has a drying effect anyway. It's going to strip the skin as much as it can. So if you don't have a degreaser, don't worry about it. Alright, and our next step, we're actually going to go ahead and do the dermaplaning procedure. Her skin is nice and dry, as much as dry as we can with the actual cleanser. So now we want to degrease it even more. So you need your cotton pads, cotton ball. In a pinch, you can actually just use your hands, but it's going to dry up on your hands kind of quickly, so you need to have the bottle here, hand here, squeeze on the forehead, and move it, because it's going to dry real quick. So always have some sort of cotton rounds with you. Now, you can either use 99% alcohol, 100% alcohol, 70%, at least 70% or higher will dry out the skin. 60%, it's going to dry it out, but you'll still have some oil to deal with. Or you can use pure acetone, just like it says on the bottle, pure acetone. I don't like using acetone too much. It dries it out way too much, just like you're taking off fingernail polish, which is acetone. Different variations of acetone. This is good enough for the face. You don't want to use nail polish on the face. There's different acetones. I repeat, make sure you get the right one. So in this instance, we're just going to use alcohol, because this is my first time client. I don't know how her skin reacts. Next time we'll do a higher grade. Spraying it into the cotton ball. All those pumps, it took maybe a few droplets. I've had this for many months, if not a year, and it still hasn't even gotten halfway down. Still wet. And there's no need to rush. Just want to degrease the skin. Check on your client, see how they're doing. And Treasure, how's it feel?
Fine.
Okay. You'd be surprised. Some people with their skin with alcohols, because this is 100% or close to 100%, 99% alcohol, it's a little bit too sensitive, or their skin is too sensitive for the alcohol. So just always check in on them. And remember, this is just a degreasing phase to get out any type of leftover oils the cleanser cannot get. Now, when you're going over the nose and see how she got that right, it's like too much. Normally what I do is I fold it in half like this and tell the client, okay, hold your breath. Okay, now you can breathe easy. And it's not so bad. It's still on the lip a little bit, so they might still get that feeling, but she was breathing it in the whole time. And it's like, whoa. And that's how powerful 100% alcohol is. So be careful. So I did that for a reason. The first time, I just wanted to see if you saw her reaction, which everybody's going to do that. So just be careful. So one of the main things in the military, they teach you, somebody comes behind you and napkin or whatever and they cover your face, you don't inhale. But that's one of your natural instincts, is to, because you get scared, you get shocked. Don't do that. As soon as I put it on her lip, she inhaled. It's just a natural response. And you could actually be on the exhale But your body, as soon as you put something on your lip, it tells your brain to inhale, even though you're exhaling. It says stop exhaling, inhale. Don't do that. So whenever somebody comes behind you, just remember, hold your breath. You never know what they're trying to do to you. So we're done with alcohol. Now if you don't have a fan, just move your arm side to side. Watch a person's face. You don't want to hit them in the eye. I've done that one time. And it wasn't a pretty sight. I disturbed her sleep. But that was all. Hit her right in the forehead. It's okay. So now look at the skin. It's nice. The only reason why it's shining because my light is right above us and it's shining right on the forehead. You're going to have some sort of glow if you have a light that's strong right above you. So don't worry about that. Don't try to scratch the skin and get that shine off. So touch with your finger. See, it's nice and it stops certain. Like, see how it's like with my fingers. It won't let my finger glide. That's what you want to look for. Because if it was oily, it would let me just glide. Like if I glide, I have to really move her skin, and that's uncomfortable. So now let's go to phase 4, which is our dermatone blade and our needles. Or actually, needle. It's a blade that looks like a needle when it goes on top of your handle. But it's going to be a little small blade, and it's going to slough off the disc. Alright, so we're back. We're phase 5. We are not, again, I repeat, do not throw away your packaging. Remember, this is the packaging that we started with. Keep it, because you're going to keep your blade in it. Or if you have an actual disposable needle box, just like they have at the hospitals, the red box that you put in needles that you just use, or blades, then put it in that. But if not, just hold on to it until you can find a safe place to dispose of it. Because remember, we're still going across the skin. It may not have blood, but it still has epithelial cells that could still have some sort of contaminant or fungus or other problems that could still infect somebody. So that's why we still use the gloves, but I'm not treasure safe. I'm safe. We're good. So let's move on. So, swing this forehead a little bit more. Now see how she has a tiny little bump here? I'm going to avoid that because I don't want to cut it open to where it's bleeding. And I don't know if you can see that close from on the blade. See all the dead skin that's coming off? Now I'm going to switch a blade when I go down towards the cheeks. I'm going to use a smaller, thinner blade. This bigger blade I like using for broader places, like the forehead, bony landmarks. So for the upper lip, I'm going to hold the upper lip down. You can ask your client to hold their face down, but most times they're going to be asleep, so I don't even bother. So I just hold thumb down. And if you're wondering what the blade sounds like, I'm just going to put my microphone right here. And I'm going to pin it right on her lapel, or part of her dress, her outfit. Wonderful. Hold down the lip again. It just sounds like you're shaving. And that's it. So then right around here, the eye area. Super sensitive, be very careful. Fingers, hold down the skin. I go towards, you can go from this way down, but I never go up. Because think about it, your blade's going this way, what if you hit in the eye and you don't mean to, but something happens. So, hold down the skin, you always go downward. Never go above where the eyelashes are, just right from here on down. Because you're going to get to that area in just a minute, but nice and easy. Little small strokes. Right in that nose crevice. And that's why I like this blade, because it has that little small loop. Fix your hand positioning. And then you can get the corners. And just because you're holding it this way, you are getting the same effect, trust me, because the blade is angled. All right. There are some people that go against the hair growth. I go with it. I don't want to cause any ingrown hairs. And so when I'm doing 45 degrees, I'm not going this way because I can't see the blade. So then I switch it this way and still go down because I can still see where I'm going.
Is it me?
Mm-mm. Oh, it might be. I don't know. Mm-mm. I've taken some dermaplaning classes where I've seen people scrape up this way. You can do it this way, you just have to be careful. Because see, it's no problem, but men and women have chin hairs. Women, it's very small, minute, and they hide little vellus hairs. Not all just white people or white girls have blonde vellus hairs where you can really see them. They're very fine. Black women have it as well. Indian women have it as well. Their hairs are just very fine and small, but colored. Of course, we have melanin in the skin. So even if you don't see them, I would go in a direction that they grow. And then if you just want to clean up around the mouth, because it's hard going down this way by the mouth, so you can go up. Because I can see my blade. Right, let me just trust myself and go down. Just a little easier. Okay. And see, her face nice and smooth. So in this video, we're gonna show the nose. On top of it, the bridge of the nose, and on the inside of the corner. So let's start with the inside of the corners first. Hold up top where the eyebrow is. Your blade's gonna come down at an angle. Careful of the eye. Always stay near the bridge of the nose. Because remember, your chemical peel is going to do the insides anyway. So you just want to stay on the bridge. Another way to do the bridge of the nose, like I said, don't go towards the eyes, go away from it. Very slowly. And what I'm using is a light touch. I'm just barely gliding that blade across the skin. I don't want to add pressure. So we did the chin, we did the upper lip on this side, we did the nose on this side, and we did the cheeks. So our client here, she has little small tiny skin tag here and here. I went around them. I did not even try to even go across them. This is easy to get rid of, but we're not here for that. If you want to, if it's okay with your client, I would get some sort of doctor's permission to cut skin tags unless you're RN or you have permission from an actual board that you can do it. So I would stay away from them. But I like hers. Hers are beautiful. I would not mess with them. So let's go on the side of the face a little bit more on the forehead. So side of the face, we're going to go towards, so we're right about an eye, or you can go down. So Treasure's skin didn't really need too much of dermaplaning because her skin, she has oil production. She didn't really have too much dryness or flakiness or dead skin lingering on her face. So you don't really see too much coming off, but you can tell we're doing something because of the blade, the way it looks. It has like the dead skin cells on it. So when we do the chemical peel, you're going to see our skin just glow. Now for the side of the face, on the right side, alright, and I think we're ready for our chemical peel. Cool. What we're gonna do, it's a Scentsy peel. It's gonna be a little active, okay? But the fan's gonna be on and it'll self-neutralize. Alrighty. The way I do my peels are, I have a little dropper, and I drop it directly on the skin and then wipe. If you put it in a little bowl such as this, you'll waste product, but you can use these. These are highly recommended. And see how our client has a little small nick right here? We're still going to go over that patch, just around it a little bit, not consuming it too much. And so we'll turn on the fan because it is a little active.